This conference will now be recorded.
You can share the lecture.
Did you send? Yeah, did you send it to us?
Yes, I send it to Randa,
This
the food
conference will now be
hygiene
recorded.
at Food Hygiene and Control Department, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine at Banha University, Egypt. Our lecture about food safety and food security, because now the problem of food security is present, especially in the war between Russia and Ukraine. You can start.
Actually, I couldn't find the email, but let me check. Did you send it right now?
I sent the lecture to Randa at WhatsApp.
At WhatsApp. Okay. I apologize, Professor.
Okay.
At WhatsApp.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
receive it.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can.
Yes. This.
Okay. You can
Yeah.
share the lecture.
Yeah. Just a minute, please, Professor. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Can you see my screen? Hmm? Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. So, Professor, the floor is yours. Please, you can start your presentation.
You can
Thank
say,
you.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Uh, Good afternoon. Our lecture about food safety and food security. Food security means all peoples at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their food preference and dietary needs for an active and healthy life. Uh, in a simple word, uh, any people reach to sufficient amount of food. Food safety means the food free from hazards as pathogenic bacteria, viruses, parasites, physical and chemical hazards. Food nutrition means food must contain protein, fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. A family is food secure when its members do not live in hunger or fear of hunger. Food insecurity is often rooted in poverty. There is a link between food insecurity and poverty. And so the ability of families, communities, and countries to develop, to reach their sufficient food. Prolonged undernourishment stunts growth, slows development, and increases susceptibility to illness or susceptibility to diseases. Today, more than 800 million people across the globe go to bed hungry every night. Most of them smallholders, farmers who depend on agriculture to make living and feed their families. Uh, Growth in agriculture sector from farm to fork or from farm to table has been shown to be at least twice as effective in reducing poverty as growth in other sectors. Protect harvest from pests and diseases. Food security equal reducing hunger, malnutrition, and poverty around the world. Fighting hunger and strengthening food security by strengthening agriculture growth. Government agencies and departments, the private sector, civil society, researchers and universities, and partner governments. Address the physical, biological, economic, and socio-political that limit food production and obstruct access to healthy diets. To satisfying global food needs. Number one, climate variability and climate change. Number two, desertification and flooding. Number three, natural diseases, natural disasters. Number four, soil quality and threats to soils. Number five, food productions, access, quality, and consumption. Number six, nutrition, food quality, and food safety. Number seven, ability to satisfy global food needs. Number eight, land, agricultural, and food policy. International relations and trade, access to food. Wars as in Ukraine. The problem in Ukraine causes food insecurity, especially in grains. Research to improve food security. Hunger is an individual level physiological condition that may result from food insecurity. There is linkage between hunger and food insecurity, helping families and individuals meet their needs for reliable source of quality food and sufficient resources to produce or purchase it, supports global stability by addressing the root causes of hunger, increasing economic opportunity and growth among communities. Factors affecting food security: changing climate cause a big problem in food insecurity. Growing global population, rising food prices, and environmental stressors will have sufficient yet negative impacts on food security. Handling water, land use patterns, food trade, post-harvest food processing, food prices, and safety are urgently needed. Nutritional benefits of meat against the ecological costs of its production. Building local capacity, increasing productivity, and improving markets and trade. Training small farmers on plant and animal health system, risk analysis, and avoiding post-harvest losses, completing assessments on climate changes, increasing agricultural productivity. A government-wide effort to combat global hunger. Driving innovative research and technologies. The COVID-19, a person infected with COVID-19 is associated with food insecurity and the job losses. It is a big problem. Civil war, as in Ethiopia, in Africa. Smarter policies for enhanced food security and the food system outcomes. Gene bank contribute to poverty reduction as well as food and nutritional security. Food for all, women's rule for food security, food crisis, food security and women's well-being, state nutrition profile. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor, for your nice presentation. We appreciate that. Please, if anyone would like to ask Professor Fahim any question related to his presentation, you can unmute yourself and ask him directly. Also, we would like to ask from the audience to write down their email address to share uh, the certificate of attendance with them. Thank you
Okay,
so much. Yeah, so
okay,
please, anyone would like to ask Professor Fahim any question, the floor is yours.
yeah. Welcome.
Uh, okay. So, Valeria, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yeah, welcome.
I guess that this application is difficult to deal with. Hmm. So now we will stop recording our presentation. Um,